Hi everyone, this is Marco from bn-games.com. We're here doing another classic capture. Today we're doing DuckTales for the NES.
Or I like to call it Scrooge McDuck touches everyone with his duck thingy. There are so many phallic references here, it's not even funny.
Poke, 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 poke.
Yeah, DuckTales was a platformer from Capcom in 1989. It was released on the NES, and only the NES. And it's often thought of as one of the best platformers on the NES.
And I absolutely agree. Having played it when I was younger, it still holds up. Keep in mind, I'm not the best at this, so there will be some parts where I do real bad. But overall, I did pretty decently, I think. The idea is you play Scrooge McDuck, and you're going around the world trying to collect the world's treasures, because you don't already have enough money.
Children in Africa can't eat, but he needs to go get treasures.
Yes, first world problems.
And not only that, he has to be a dirty old man and touch everything with his bird thingy.
Yes, his cane.
His phallic references everywhere.
Yeah. So one of the
I like how he saved him right now, and yet the guy comes
Yeah,
back.
I don't really understand. He's like, hey, thanks for saving me, but by the way, go do this other thing. You walk away, guy responds.
That's a chaperone.
Oh, okay. So he finds himself in all these awkward situations. One of the things that makes this a little bit different from your typical platformer is that he does have that cane, which allows him to do kind of precision jumps. And there are actually a lot of parts and secret areas of the game that require you to do them if you so choose to, so you can get extra treasure. There's a couple parts that I actually do here that I had forgotten about, but I remembered, and I will touch upon them. Second thing he can do is he can whack things, like you can see this bomb here.
Yeah, he is whacking it to everything.
Like, just fuck that bomb. And
he's not even respecting the dead either.
He's just like, I'm just gonna jump on your grave.
Just gonna use my phallic symbol all over the place.
The the cane allows him to go onto certain areas that would normally be dangerous to walk on.
And illegal.
And,
well, he's just wandering around a condemned building, so maybe...
Oh, it's Minecraft.
Aww.
There's multiple paths you can take, and sometimes you will find that there are paths that you can take that you will get stuck on. I don't know. It seems kind of broken, but I'm sure there's a way to get out. I just didn't bother to look hard enough.
You gotta remember, this is old school game. I mean, NES era, early platformers. You know.
One of the first, hey, this is popular right now, let's make a game of it.
And it was actually really good. Here you see me fighting some duck that could turn into a vampire.
I barely remember the show.
A vampire duck.
And I'm the oldest here, you know. Marco saw it as reruns.
Yeah, I did. Man, that's...
You know, at least you can tell what they are, the sprites. You can
no,
tell
they're really good. It looks good. It handles really well. The sound, I think, is what is most accurate. A lot of the songs actually do play in the show. Yeah, and then the theme song, you hear it and you know exactly what it is when you hear it. So definitely really good sound processing on that. And it's still widely regarded as one of the best platformers, like Bobby said. So
that also means it can be kind of fairly expensive depending on where you get it.
God damn, he's a thief. He kills her and then mugs her.
Well, he also was doing other things to her with his phallic reference.
Wow.
Well, hey, I'm calling it as I see it, okay? I'm older now, I know what he's doing, he's a pedo.
No means no.
And he's not wearing any pants.
That's true. Damn,
but then again, none of them are.
No, but he's also
using his cane. They're asking for it.
Duct tape turns no to
So this game goes for about $12 to $20 depending on the condition, depending if it comes with the box or manual. It's not the rarest game in the world, but you know, by NES standards,
that's what we have.
I would call it an uncommon.
It's an uncommon, but would you say that it's one of the must-haves for NES owners?
Oh yeah, if you're an NES collector, this I mean, it doesn't make sense not to get it. I mean, this. If you go to almost any top 10, even maybe top 20, because there's too many NES games to mention, it's always on that list.
Yep.
Always.
and it is certainly harder in the harder difficulties. You know, I'm not gonna deny that I'm playing this on easy, but I tried it on normal, and I was not gonna put up with that.
Yeah, and it's based off of, you know, a cartoon that anyone my age and slightly older remember very well. Although Rescue Rangers were better.
Okay.
And you can argue that in the comments all you want, but I don't care.
So you can see here, he's in space because, you know, he's using all his money to help all the poor children and his nephews. He's in space because he wants more money. So he wasted money to get more money, and ultimately that's how you get rich.
So, you see, Cave Johnson has him looking for moon rocks.
Oh, okay.
He is teaching you good business ethics. Don't care about others.
That's true.
Fend for yourself.
I'm pretty sure he only has those kids because he has them as tax write-offs.
That's... yeah. Claiming 3.
He's claiming 3 dependents.
He probably claims his cousin, the Gizmo Duck dude, Fenton.
Or his brother.
Oh yeah,
Donald. Here's an example.
No, he's trying to steal Donald's military pension.
Here's an example of one of the parts where you have to, and that's you know, I'll give it to it. Whatever. That was pretty funny. But here's one of the parts where you have to use your cane to get to one of these special areas. And he found a hidden treasure, and now he's got to go back. That's what makes it tricky. It's kind of risk reward.
And to think that this game looks better than, let's say, Mega Man 2, and there's nowhere near the flicker and the slow down and all kinds of stuff.
It's doing a lot. It's it never slows down to the point where it hinders you in any way. It runs really smooth. Well made game. I like that little animation.
Yeah.
For this particular one, he wants you to go find a spaceship, and you need a key for it. And I couldn't find it, so we basically moved on to the next area. But
this game is inaccurate because if it was real Scrooge McDuck, he would send a little bastard to find it himself.
That's true. Or he would pay someone to open the door.
That's true. Also,
He would just throw money in.
And it would open?
Yes.
Like Ezio?
Yes. Bene. So when was the game released, Bobby?
I said 1989.
1989.
September. It was actually released in Japan after that, in 1990.
Capcom making a platformer like this that's not Mega Man is kind of a weird thought.
Well, you know, they also did Rescue Rangers, and they did a number of other NES games around the same time. Most of them were hits. I mean, they all sold well, and they were all, for the most part, well-made games. Trojan, that one's I mean, it's not terrible. I've seen worse, but it's still, it's still pretty good. You know, Capcom definitely made its bones on the NES in those days, and you know, Mega Man was their flagship, you know, for the most part, and then, you know, this game did pretty well, and I mean, they got the Disney license. That's pretty big in its own right, you know.
Although that's, I think that's back when that didn't mean as much. Let's be honest. You know, they had so many cartoons. Here we're moving.
Well, they had so many cartoons, but you know, they still were like the top cartoons. I mean.
Oh yeah, but you know, getting the license back then, I'm sure was easier since they had so many games, and since that was back when, you know, they could sink all the money into the video game development and it would still make it back faster than it would now, at least.
This game was probably made by like 10 dudes.
Hey, those 10 dudes did a good job.
Well, back in those days, that's all you need. You didn't need, like today, where you need 3,000 people in 5 different parts of the country.
Yeah. So here we have the snow Himalaya area. I really like the fact that, you know, he gets stuck. Hey, look at the phallic reference. 2 of them. What do you know?
So what's a spider mean?
Well, he's trying to come down and get you. So you know how they stick.
I was thinking this spider was the old woman reference.
Oh, well, no, that's not what I was thinking at all.
Why the fuck is he just standing there?
Because he's enjoying the nice weather.
Okay, so here's a question.
I want to know where Child Services is.
I remember the names are Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Uh-huh.
Which one is the... Do you know them by color, though?
No, is Huey blue?
No, I'm asking, because I don't remember.
Oh, no, I don't.
I don't remember. I mean, I haven't watched the show in 20 years, you know?
You haven't seen it in that long. I haven't seen it in like 50 years, if that's the case. Yeah.
I like how his solution is always to use his phallic reference. And people are like, it's a cane. No, it's not a cane. That's what they want you to think.
Oh, look, he's gonna show me secret passage. And then the secret passage, and then nothing.
I thought it was maybe wall chicken, Castlevania style.
So yeah, moving on to the next area, we have the first area, which is probably the most popular, the Amazon. Although it's there's a lot of monkeys.
It has one of the most memorable original tunes, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, overall, I'm really surprised with how it runs. I think that's the most impressive thing. How it sounds and how it runs, how it reacts. There were very few moments where I felt, if at all, where I felt like I got cheated out of something. You know, it's definitely tailored back for when they knew kids wanted a challenge or were gonna sit there all day and try and play this one game because that's all they could afford.
Yeah, not all the whiny bitches of the day.
Yeah.
And I could say that because I was there.
What are you trying to say, man?
No, I'm
Kids
talking
are.
about like. Let's take the video. It's like all these Call of Duty slash. There's auto aim everything.
I'm surprised Marco could play this game with the bees.
That's true.
Nah, they stung me a couple times. It hurt.
Yeah, but you're still alive.
Yeah.
If they were almonds though, would have shut it off.
Yeah. So this had a couple of the characters from the series, and they come out at later points. But you know, you basically play as Scrooge, and you save the 3 kids, and you get money.
I like how this bastard doesn't bother to take you all the way.
Yeah. Well, that was the classic capture for DuckTales on the NES. Make sure you comment and subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us at bobby@basicallynothing.com. Thanks for watching.
And put a comment.
Phallic reference.